Welcome back to the Bills Bunker. As always, I'm Jake Varcoe, and today I'm going to be previewing a Turkey Day matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are heading into this game coming off a win in Ford Field. They're going to be going back to Ford Field to play their second game there in 4 days. The Bills are 7-3, while the Detroit Lions are returning home coming off a victory against the New York Giants in New Jersey by a score of 31-18. The Lions are coming into this game with a 4-6 record. Let's dive into this preview. The Buffalo Bills have a chance to actually tie the Detroit Lions home win total this season with 2. What I mean by that is if the Bills win another game into Ford Field this week, they'll actually tie the Lions total wins at home this season, which that's crazy. That's not something you see every year. Anyways, the Lions are no pushover anymore. They're a team that are coming into this game on a 3-game win streak, and the Bills are going to have their hands full slowing down their offense. Jamal Williams leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns with 12. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, I have him on my fantasy team. I'm not sure if I'm going to start him this week or not, but I'm actually tempted to, considering the fact that he's been a great receiver. But what's more giving me a reason to start Amon-Ra St. Brown this week is the fact that the Buffalo Bills over the past 2 weeks have had difficulty slowing down their opponent's number 1 receiver. And this is largely due to the absence of Tre'Davious White and other injuries on the defense. But over the past 2 weeks, the Bills have allowed Amari Cooper and Justin Jefferson to combine for 18 receptions for 306 yards and 3 touchdowns. That is a concerning stat for me. The Bills need to find a way to slow down Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Lions' clear, undisputed number 1 wide receiver this week. And that's going to be a tough task while they also have to slow down Jamal Williams. I have faith in the Bills' defense to do so. However, I'm leaning towards starting Amon-Ra St. Brown in fantasy this week, strictly because of what I just said. The Bills slowing down the opponent's number 1 receiver has been a difficulty over the past few weeks. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start Amon-Ra. And if you have him, I think you should too. The Bills, on the other hand, their offense is potent. We all know what they're capable of doing. They put up 31 points against the Cleveland Browns last week in Detroit at Ford Field. And they're going to look to replicate that effort this week against the Lions. The Lions defense, they don't match up well against the Bills at all. The Bills passing offense is one of the best, one of the most potent in the NFL. And the Detroit Lions just don't have the secondary to match up against receivers like Stephon Diggs and Gabriel Davis. Watch for the Bills to be going long inside an indoor stadium all game long. No team is allowing more yardage than the Detroit Lions on the defensive side of the football. And that's a big concern for Detroit going up against a potent Bills offense. They're 28th in passing yardage and 31st in rushing yards allowed. So the Bills should have no problem getting yardage. It's just when they get in the red zone, they need to capitalize. I'd like to see the Bills put up more 6-pointers this week rather than the 3-point field goals we saw last week from Tyler Bass. And big props to him. 6 field goals, tying the Buffalo Bills single game record that he set back in 2014 and Steve Christie has previously held. But you don't want to see that. This week I want perfection from the Buffalo Bills. I want them to put up a fantastic performance. And the Lions offense, it's no joke. It's no pushover. The Detroit Lions, they're not the team that they once were. I'm not saying that they're great world beaters, but they're not exactly the pushover that we're accustomed to seeing the Detroit Lions be. I'll give them some respect. But on Turkey Day, Thanksgiving, I'm expecting Josh Allen to shine. He's done it previously on Thanksgiving Day. I remember back to that Dallas Cowboys game a few years back in 2019. That was his first real big showing in the NFL. He showcased what he could do on primetime television, and I'm expecting more of the same at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Thursday, when the Lions and Bills face off in a Week 12 matchup. This is a big one for the Bills. They're fighting. They're fighting for AFC East supremacy with the Miami Dolphins right now. And every game counts. The Buffalo Bills need a victory in this game. And the Detroit Lions, they're not going to make it easy. They're going to give everything they can in this game. Thank you for watching this preview. As always, I'm Jake Varcoe. This is the Bills Bunker, and stay tuned for content coming your way tomorrow after the game.